What's up, y'all? Now, I'm sure everybody watched this game, and I'm going to break down the whole thing. X's and O's, hate, jealousy, all that. So the first question or the title of the video is, was Colorado overhyped, or do people just have that much hate for Deion Sanders deep down inside? Let me explain. So, let's get past the point that they were 21-point underdogs. Some people say, oh, he was talking trash, they were cocky, they were arrogant. I just have one question for y'all, for those people who said that. Number one, were you the same people who said they had the worst roster in college football when they beat TCU? Were you the same people like Mad Dog on ESPN who said they would lose to Nebraska the week 2? Most importantly, what the hell was Deion Sanders supposed to do to a team that went 1-11? Is he supposed to come in there with no confidence? Is he supposed to come in there and say, oh, everything will be all right? we just got to fire away at it, boys. No. I think the reason why they're 3-0, which most people predicted would be their win total this year, 3, I think most people thought that they would just, barely get a couple wins. And now they surpassed it so much that all they're doing is moving the goalposts and saying, well, I guess he'll lose next week or he'll lose that. So, for example, if they would have beat Oregon, which we know Oregon blew them out, the same people who are clapping and doing joyful things online, they would have said, oh, well, they ain't going to beat USC. Oh, they ain't going to beat Washington State at Washington State. The same people who don't want him to succeed are just going to move the goalposts. What should be learned is, why don't you just have some, deep down real respect for somebody and get that inner hate and that inner jealousy up out of your body? Because they're still going to get the views they get on YouTube. They're still going to get top recruits because people want to play for Coach Prime. And, oh, by the way, the coach today saying, oh, I want to run the score up or whatever, I hope he remembers that this is Deion Sanders' first year at a Power 5 conference. Wherever he ends up at, he's going to get his own recruits at some point. And they're moving the college football playoff to 12 teams, I think next year or the year after. He's going to see this coach again. So remember, when he sees this coach again, he's going to remember this loss or this game. Now, to the X's and O's thing, I think the Colorado offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator have done a phenomenal job to this point, doing what they can, but now they need to make some serious adjustments. Now they need to find out what can their kids run and what can they get good at. Also, they're going to have to make some adjustments on the fly with Shador. If you know that offensive line is bad, you don't have to totally change the scheme, but you're going to have to tweak it a little bit, is where he can either get the passes out quick or you teach Shador how to not take those sacks, either run and slide or throw the ball away. Defensively, I think they have a great defensive coordinator, but I think their scheme is too over-sophisticated. For example, guys, there were on the play that Bo Nix scored on, they had 6 in the box, right? They had 2 DBs over top, and I believe a safety was behind them. It's in the first quarter. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. When that linebacker ran out of the box, that put 5 in the box, and Bo Nix knew exactly what to do. So, to me, you have to be stubborn. If anybody saw how South Alabama beat Oklahoma State last week, they kept 6 in the box, and they just played deep, and they kept everything underneath, and they ran the ball well, and they kicked Oklahoma State's butt. Yes, South Alabama beat Oklahoma State last week. That was just a great job of, a smaller school out-coaching a bigger school. So, I think they need to find out what these kids are good at, salvage this, get ready, and try and win 7 or 8 games this year, and obviously winning 6 games, which they should be able to, but we never know what could happen. 6 games is very doable for this team. And they were a horrible team last year. But right now, they need to make some adjustments, understand Travis Hunter isn't there, and find a way to win. And I'll finish with this. If you hate Deion Sanders, personally, that's one thing. But if you think that this team needs something different right now, I don't know, your train of thought. Because this was a horrendous football team and a horrendous football program. Something had to change. And what he did lit a fire in Boulder. And he'll be back. They got their ass whooped today. I'll say it, no problem. They got their butts kicked today. But they'll be back. But don't sit there and say this is about them being arrogant or being cocky or whatever, because what the hell was he supposed to do with a team that's that bad? What was he supposed to do? Give them no confidence? Just want everybody to think about that. He had to give them something to get a fire lit under their butt. Now the team understands this is the big time when you play Oregon. And for all those people screaming overrated, Colorado was ranked 19th. Oregon was ranked 10th.